impossible for a plain yellow pumpkin to become a golden carrot. Impossible for a plain country bumpkin and a prince to join in marriage. A slipper made of glass is just a shoe. And dreamers.
Okay, so I started off using the MagicBand template that was provided by Carl here. And all I did was copy the simple one, which I'll provide this. I just wanted to give credit where credit is due. Oh, carrot, sorry. And then paste it. And then from here, I just release compound and unglue. And so for this one, you just go to the color and say no color. Same for this one. And color. Okay, so then we have this template that you see over here. So I'm going to delete this and get this out of my way. So to start, I pulled images from the internet. I prefer PNG images if you can find them, because most of the time they do not have a background already, which is great for a silhouette, because it doesn't try to pull anything from the background. So I already found a couple. The bigger the better, because the print quality will be better. I'm going to go to my library and pull this one up. So you need to figure out where you want the images on your band, on what side you want the holes to be. I don't want the holes on the side with bow, so it's going to go on this one. We're going to mark this one upside down. I'm going to pull it over here and then send to the back. For some reason, my send to the back isn't really working, so what I've been doing is going to click over here and bring this one to the front, and see now you can see your outline here where it's going to be cut. So then you can adjust your size.
She's basically paralyzed with some romantic notion of the way things are supposed to be. Yeah, she's got a check. She's you.
Now, this little piece of hair might be a little too not worth the risk cutting it out, so I'm going to get rid of that, just because it's not going to be easy for that fine little squiggle. But other than that, I like that about where this is placed. So I highlight both the image and the cut, and I'm going to go over to my modify and click intersect, and so now it's that shape of the magic band. And then I'm going to come back over here. If you notice that it lost the cut line, so I'm going to go back to trace, select trace area, highlight what I wanted to trace, try to get the yellow to fill in as much as possible. Okay, so this is pretty good. We're not going to do the trace inner and outer. We're only going to trace the outer edge. And something that I noticed when I was, let me go in here and fix this a little bit. It's cut off this part. So I'm going to highlight this, do this side here. Go to point, get rid of these points.
When it's time to find a new babysitter, I had some requirements. She had to love fashion. And
these little jumbled mess up here too.
At Care.com, we can help you find the perfect babysitter or nanny. Search from hundreds of babysitters in your area, plus get access to background checks and more.
after these two.
Allergies bring more than sneezing and itchy eyes. They also bring tough nasal congestion. So you need Claritin D. It starts to work in just 30 minutes.
There we
In
go.
fact, nothing works faster.
So
put
I think
away
this
nasal
is a little
congestion
too much,
fast
so
with Claritin D.
go in here. Get rid of a bunch of these.
There are 60 fresh baked oranges squeezed into each bottle. Tropicana Pure Cream. And absolutely no space for added sugar, water, or preservatives. Tropicana. We put the good in one.
There we go. I think that one's better. Okay, so what I noticed when I was using these lines is that it wasn't getting, like you can see all little gaps and stuff. So then what I started to do is I went over to my offset and then an internal offset, only like 0.012. Same, I mean, you can play with this.
Life doesn't pause for a UTI. Why should you? Azo's the only line of paint products for fast, complete UTI symptom relief, so you'll never miss a beat. And try Azo cranberry gummies in delicious mixed berry flavor. Have you tried advanced care?
Oh, because I must have not had. Okay, there we go. Sometimes if you grab the wrong thing, you do an internal. There we go. Like 2 corners. Bring this down to 0, 1, 2.
After I get AccuView contact lenses, I'll be taking photos of my friends.
Too far.
And there's this hot senior
And
guy
see, you can
friend
see it
named
came in on
Josh,
the image, so there's
who
less
gets these
white.
beautiful brown eyes, and we're like,
And then I'm going to get rid of these little tendrils for this hair. So you're going to click out. It's a lot of times easier to get really zoom in there so you can get that. Well,
AccuView is the world leader in contact lenses. Ask your doctor for
there we
AccuView.
go.
The lens, the
And delete this one, and so it goes to
Did you
just got
ever
this
lose a
one.
mom?
And then I'll come in here and I'll
I
fix
can
it.
connect to those who have crossed over. It will blow your mind. He had epilepsy and change
This
your
one
mind.
out just a little.
associate with your dad? Yeah, don't told anyone. Okay, Monica the Medium. Tuesday, 8, 7 Central, ABC Family.
There we go. And then I'll get rid of this one. Get rid of this one. And then we'll fix this one up here. And bring these out, delete these points. There we go. So it'll just be a smooth cut. Alright, so let's zoom back out. And that gives you the image for your bottom band. Let's see. Obviously the Mickey's, all of it, you know, per your preference. So for the Mickey head, I wanted to do a rose. I'm going to go back to my file library, grab my rose. Oh, I forgot. I had it picked. I didn't mean to do that. There we go. So I'm going to unhighlight it. Now go get my library. Grab my rose. Alright, I'm going to shrink my rose down so I can mess with where I want. Try sending it even. Send it to the back and it doesn't want to. So we're going to run this one to the front. Make sure that
Okay, good. Now, Anna,
it's covered.
Mr. Lyric.
And I can bring this one back up to the
Lyric
front.
detective concerned. It is provided you believe that the PACT is a true measure of intelligence and not a culturally biased weapon against the
Doesn't
religious
like me.
prejudice.
It's a good point, Dawson. Standardized testing isn't perfect. In fact, some might say
Here,
it's designed
well,
to trip you up, mess with your mind,
do this
generally
one
convince you
out.
that you're not as smart as you think you are. But if you want to go to college, it's the only game in town. All right, hang on. Now look, don't forget, tomorrow, sample
There
math
we go.
section. Okay,
So
I
I
need
put
you
my
to
rose
remember
in
your
there.
pencil and your brains. Both of them
Now,
sharp, and thank
again,
you very much.
we'll have to trace.
Joey, would you hang on for a moment, please?
And butter it. And then zoom in here. make sure you click the right one. So now you can the right one.
Or didn't mean all those hurtful things he said during the breakup moment.
Well, absolutely, because I sure don't want to play the guy feels guilty about breaking up.
There we go.
With girls had an affair with the mental patients. Not that it's any of my business anymore, but you're preparing for a test.
What, as opposed to not preparing at all?
As opposed to making yourself
There we go.
crazy.
Now we got the right one.
Practice
I'm gonna go over here
You won't throw away everything, babe.
to my
I mean, you
offset,
worked for it.
internal, right to corner, bring it down
On
to
the other hand, I have
0.012,
never let her go off in the road, throw me off my chosen horse. You're on.
and apply.
You get the wits about you, Joey. You got a legitimate shot at the National Merit Scholarship.
So everyone keeps telling me.
Turn on. I'm gonna go back and change that one later and do a little closer. But for now, this is good. Alright, and for the last one,
There's various monies on your desk. Oh, wow, look at all this.
sorry, lunch is here.
What's on her head?
Just
And then for the last one, we're gonna go to the library and grab the black image. Now this one I might come back and add some of the other characters into it as well. But okay, so with this one we're gonna release compound pack and move this one way out here. I'm going to highlight only my little folds and group them together. Bring my image back over here, and I'm going to highlight these guys. I don't want this. Highlight these guys. Line to the front and move my image back up. There we go. So I can see it.
Thank you.
Then we're going to adjust the size to fit inside the MagicBand. A hole on a face. Okay. I like that. I have a few other images I just haven't imported into the library, so I'll just do that real quick. So I was going to try to add some characters in. I might go back and try to do the Mickey and with that one instead. Again, all these were just pulled from the internet. Try to get as clear and as large of images as we can. So we're going to grab, I think I can grab more than that.
You can do this. Shoot it on your hip. Button up. Come feel. Hug that ball. Hug that ball. Hug that ball.
He's got a, I did not realize that he did not have a background. I'll have to mess with that one later.
Crazy landscape. Again. Come on, coach. Did you see what's going on?
Alright, Chip doesn't have a background. We'll go back and play with this a little bit. We're going to add mentality. I think I'm going to try to add a little like collage in with the different characters in here on the bottom. Anyway, you get the one first, so we'll bring this back up. This back. This. So you can see the line there now. And I'm going to highlight just this back image for now. Otherwise, once I get all the other characters in there, I will combine them together, group them together before I do this part. So just for this demonstration, we are going to only highlight this back image and this outline here. And then go to my modify,
Luke
intersect.
left me 25% tip for delivery.
And so here we've got the image that we want to trace.
You leave your note with that because he was
One
just
thing
talking
that I
about
wanted
that.
to point out was that just like
He
the
wrote it
others
on my
did, is that I did not grab the little holes that are back there, as you can see.
Are they good?
The reason I did that is because once I get this to trace, I'll bring
So
in
just so
the
you know,
holes that
the
are
limit is
times,
100.
so that way it doesn't need,
Why do we have to set a limit? Has there been someone that's tried to order 101 and you're like,
so that way there's no white around the edges. That was one of the things on my last
They say with the
magic band.
highest they've ever
Hardly seeable,
today was
but a
37.
little annoying. So as long as I
No,
don't,
it's only 12.
I put those holes in front of
Yeah,
the
10,
solid image, it will just cut, and then you won't have to worry about white edges or anything. So this is how to design this cuttable image, and then you'll do the print and cut option. So if you don't know how to do that, it's fairly simple. Registration marks, right now they're showing off. You'd want them, depending on what you have. I've got the Cameo, so you'd want to put those on. You can see, and then you can, because we want to group, they're separate right now, to move them around on here. Highlight them together, group at this point, and then you can move them around to fit as many pieces inside the printable area. That way you can do your print and cut. So hopefully this portion was helpful to you guys. I will get my designs ready, cut them out, and show you how to actually apply them to the bands.
Okay, so I printed off several designs. This is an old magic band that I have from when we were selected as getting as one of the testers for it back in January of 2014. Yeah, so it's a little dingy, a little dirty because it's so old and been hanging around. And then once I use the Silhouette to cut out the pieces, this is how they turned out. So the decal paper almost just feels not as heavy as cardstock. Let me see if I have... Yes. Okay, so I left the laser paper at the office, but this is the inkjet water slide paper, and it just looks like a regular photo paper. It's a little shiny. And then the back says inkjet white water slide paper. Laser obviously says laser jet white or laser jet clear, but like I said, the clear was like using the tattoos, and several designs, even these, like her, I'm trying to get it to focus, her eyes and stuff, her skin tone. When you go putting that on a color like pink or green or orange or something, that shows through, and it really affects the color of the way her dress turns out. And the little people to the bottom, Mrs. Potts, Chip, Lumiere, and Cogsworth. But when you go and put the clear on colored bands, it messed with the colors too much and I hated it. Okay, so this is very simple. Just use warm water. We'll start off with this one. You put it straight in there. And remember, the inkjet paper you have to spray with a clear acrylic first, and then cut it out. I had trouble with the Silhouette when I tried this. Then I tried cutting the paper out, then clearing it before I dipped it in the water, because otherwise the ink just goes whoosh. And I had trouble with this method as well. So once you get it wet, you'll start to feel, nope, not ready yet. But it just starts to slide right off the paper. But the laser paper, as you can see, the ink is not coming off. Something about how the laser prints, when it comes out, it's ready to go on to anything. Now, they say that you should still clear it. I haven't tried messing with clears yet. I plan on doing that with this band. This is a design that's going to be on my daughter's yellow band that comes for our October trip. So as soon as I cut an extra one, because I cut several. Not quite ready. It can take a minute or two. Yeah, now we're ready. Do you see how easy that just slides off? So we're gonna move this out of the way. And you wanna put it against whatever you're sliding it on. And if it wrinkles as you're coming out, it's okay. Ooh, she's a little delicate. You just gotta ease the back off. Part of her rose is caught on her head. In the back of this paper. It'll be alright. There we go. So she's a little wrinkly on there, but that's okay. We'll fix her. And just work really gently with it. I think I bent it. There we go. Sorry. And then when you get her pretty good, you'll get like a paper towel or a tissue or something, and you'll just blot the water off. And let her dry. So that's as simple as that. Like I said, I haven't messed with clearing it yet. I'm gonna try, I've heard good things about, it's Krylon Crystal Clear Acrylic Super Gloss or High Gloss or something like that. So I'm gonna get some of that from, I think Michael's carries it. Yeah, Michael's carries it. So, and then if it starts to dry or bubble or anything, all you have to do is stick your finger in water and then rub the water on. And it will let you work with it again and work on getting that crease out. But that's as simple as this process is. It's really easy. I'm going to do the other side. And one thing I forgot, when you go to put it on the band or anything, they say it's easier to get it wet, and I forgot to get it wet. So that's probably why I had a little bit of wrinkle problems, because I forgot to get the band wet. But as you saw, it wasn't the end of the world. It still straightened out just fine. And I think it looks really good. So. This one I think is already ready. Alright, so a little bit here. Come down here so you guys can see it. Yeah, it's sliding off so much easier when I got the band wet. Same thing. Just gonna adjust it. Smooth it out. Water is underneath there too, so when you get it, you gotta kind of push the water out. And they said leave it dry a good 24 hours. I'll probably do that before I go clearing anything. I forgot to grab the paper towels, but you guys can see. Oh, it needs to go up a little. There we go. That's as easy as it is. And I think the quality is really great. It's once it dries, it's actually like really, really thin. But you guys get the picture. I'm gonna go ahead and do this little guy. Do the Mickey ear, Mickey head. Give it a minute. Whoa, come here. I lost him. Okay, yep, he's ready to go. There it is. Mickey Rose. Beauty and the Beast. Bill. I forgot to grab my paper towels or I'd start blotting it off for you. Alright, well, I hope this was helpful. I'll post a link in the description of where I got my water slide decal papers. I bought them from eBay, but they do have their own website. I got them from worldofpapers.com. I've gotten several different types tattoo papers from them, and they've everything I've gotten from them is really great quality. If you have any questions, post them down. I'll see if I can answer them. But good luck, and have a great trip to Disney.